Hi, good morning, children. I think all are you fine. Stay home, stay safe. I am K. Lakshmi, CRT, TGT Science, APR School, Narsipatnam. Today, we are going to discuss a very well-known topic of 6th class lesson. When you are thirsty, what will you drink? Water. When in rainy season, rain contains water. What do you observe the in ponds and lakes in your village? Water. Today, this topic is water. The properties of water. How the water has no smell, water has no taste, water has no color. So what is a water? The chemical combination of water is one atom of oxygen and two atoms of hydrogen gives one water molecule. The chemical formula of water is H2O. Here O indicates oxygen and H indicate hydrogen. Water is available in three forms on earth, that is ice as a solid, water in the liquid form, water vapor in gaseous form. The seawater is salty and fresh water which we use for daily activities is tasteless. The learning outcomes from this lesson: recognize the source and availability of water, understand the importance of water, explain the process of water cycle, draw labeled diagram of water cycle, apply learning and scientific concepts in day-to-day life by suggesting ways to cope with heavy rain and etc. Understand the importance of wastage of water, rainwater harvesting. Pressures of water. Imagine going through your day without access to clean, safe water in your home for drinking, cooking, washing, bathing, whenever you need it. According to a new report from UNICEF, UNICEF means United Nations Children Emergency Fund Organization and World Health Organization, 2.1 billion people around the world face the challenge every day, and the taste of providing water for households disopportunities to women and girls, especially in rural areas. Air is the first element for survival. The second most important element for our survival is water. All the trees, animals, and living organisms depend on water for survival. National Water Department announced 22nd March as World's Water Day to celebrate and understanding the importance of water. Every individual depends on water for livelihood. Conserving water supply wisely and responsible. Otherwise, it will disappear to us and also for future generation. The survival of living organisms is difficult, and also there is no survival for. Every water drop is very important to us. Save water, save life. Here we are in your state, Anantapuram, Kadapa, and Kurnool districts are water scarcity places in our state. 783 million people do not have access to clean water on the globe. We need water to perform several day-to-day activities like cooking food, washing clothes, cleaning utensils, etc. We cannot survive without water even a single day. Water and its uses. There is water in three ways. One is domestic way, agriculture way, and others. The first one is domestic way. Domestic use of water means for drinking, cooking, washing, laundering, and other household functions, and fire protection and street cleaning, schools and other public places and buildings cleaning. Agriculture uses of 70% of freshwater withdrawals go into agriculture, irrigation, pesticide and fertilizer application, and sustain livestock and crop cooling. And other uses in industrial water uses for fabrication, processing, washing, diluting, cooking, and transporting. And also main other use of water is to prepare electricity, that is called hydropower electricity. Our body uses to regulate its temperature, and body requires 2 to 3 liters of water per day for proper functioning. Water helps in digestion of food and removal of toxins from the body and supply of oxygen to the brain. This is the reason why water bells are introduced in our schools. Our body contains 75% of water. Measuring volume of water. We keep water in different vessels. Often we say a glass of water, a bucket full of water, a bottle of water, etc. Water is a liquid, so it gets the shape of the container and depends on the volume of the container. Water and other liquids are measured in liters. Finding volume of a overhead water tank in our houses. Volume of the water can be measured by measuring the volume of the container. For a rectangular water tank, the volume is the formula, the length L into width W into height H. L into W into H. Example, let us take the measurements of the tank. Let's assume the length, width, height of a rectangular water tank as follows. Length is 2 meters, width is 1 meter, height is 0.5 meters. Then the volume of the rectangular tank is L into width into height is equal to 2 meters into 1 meter into 0.5 meters is equal to 1 meter cube. This meter cubes are interchanges into liter. There is a relation between them. What is that? 1 meter cube is equal to 1000 liters. Here is we get the answer is 1 meter cube. That's why it's converted as 1000 liters. It means the tank capacity is 1000 liters. Water rest at ponds, lakes, reservoirs are measured in gallons and cubic feet. 1 gallon is equal to 3.7854 liters is approximately equal to 4 liters. 1 liter is equal to 0.264 gallons. Why? Because the water in ponds and lakes are largely amount water is present in that. So how much water do we use daily? So we use water for different purposes. To estimate the amount of water used, take 1 liter bottle and find out how many bottles of water are needed to fill a bucket, a glass, a mug used in a whole day by you and your family. Record your estimates in the table. Also think how could reduce the amount of water used and write how much water you can save. Each person uses on average 80 to 100 gallons of water per day. These days, the water usage increased due to coronavirus, like washing hands multiple times, washing vegetables, and etc. So, why we have to calculate water usage to reduce its consumption? Population of India is 1.39 billions. Population of world 7.9 billions. Imagine how much water is needed across the world. So, as every individual depends on water for livelihood, conserving water supply wisely and responsible, otherwise it will disappear to us and also for future generation. The survival of living organisms in difficult. So every water drop is very important to us. Save water, save life. Where do you get water from? We get water from different water sources in our surroundings. In most villages, wells, canals, tanks, ponds, rivers, etc. Not only from that, we also water sources get from the sources certain fruits and vegetables like watermelon and vegetables like cucumber contain a lot of water. So all the vegetables and fruits, some contains more water, some contains less water. So if you cutting the vegetable or fruit, then we touch the surface of the fruit, we feel like a wet. That is indicating the vegetable containing water. So why do we take fruit juices in summer? To avoid dehydration. Dehydration means in the summer season, the temperature is high due to sun. Then the water present in our body evaporates as a sweat. Then the body requires water. This is called dehydration. How is a well dug? A well is an excavation of or structure created in the ground by digging or drilling to access liquid resources. Usually, the well water is drawn up by a pump or using containers such as buckets mechanically by hand. Many people put in a lot of hard work in this process. Water on the earth. There are different sources of water. Nearly 3 by 4th of surface of water is occupied by water. The seawater is salty. See the diagram, the salt water is 97%. This water is not fit for human use. Only polar ice caps, that means ice regions, polar regions, and also fresh water means it is available from underground water. So water in ponds puddles, rivers, tube wells, and our taps at home is usually known as fresh water. Of the water available on the earth is only 3%, in which polar ice caps has 2% and 1% from underground water. So by mixing of 2% and 1%, we get only 3% of water is available for fresh water for uses of our daily activities. So be careful at uses of water. When such a small amount of potable water is available, then we should be more cautious in handling water. So we see the picture underground water. What is that? When rain will comes, it goes falls on the surface of the earth containing the layers. First is the green layer, the survival of organisms, and the second layer is a soil layer, and third one bedrocking. So you penetrate through the layers and stayed at the bedrocking. The water will purifies the layer by layer and stayed at the bedrocking. It is used as a fresh water. So underground water percent is 1% only. It is depend on the rainfall. The level of underground water is depend on the rain. The different types of water sources in our surroundings, the water level in them depends upon the rainfall. Generally, we observe that the water level in well and other water sources go down during the summer season and go up in rainy season. Rain is a common phenomenon like air and sunlight in our daily life. Our general observation that if sky is cloudy, then there is a possibility of rain. To understand and clouds and rains, we need to know first something about water. So first of all, we are telling that water is available in three forms. So ice, water, water vapor. So water is available naturally in three forms. One is solid form, liquid form, and gaseous form. Solid form means we call solid from water is ice, and snow occurs naturally. We also in generally houses we have fridges. In fridge we put in deep fridge a water bottle. After some it will get ice cubes. Liquid form. Water in liquid is present in oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, and even in underground. In generally, we are using that in the liquid form in general. Gaseous form. The gaseous form of water is water vapor, which is present in surrounding in the air, and also we observe clearly in our kitchen. When we boil for the boiling the water, we observe fumes of coming out of the vessel. The fumes are called water vapors. Cooking rice and making food items, the fumes are observed by heating. The water gets into water vapor. This is a gaseous form. So there is a interchange of water states. So see the diagram. Ice on heating water get into water, and water on heating get into steam. And also the reverse processes also occurs here. Is a very, very important foremost property of water is after cooling the steam, it gets as a liquid as a water, and after cooling the water, it's get as ice. So when ice is heated, it converts into water. This is called melting. If water is heated, it turns into water vapor. This is called evaporation. Similarly, when water vapor is cooled, we can get back water. This is called condensation. If water is cooled further, we get ice. This is called freezing. So we understand that these three forms of water is interchangeable. So the equations, when ice is heated into the water, water is heated into water vapor. So water vapor is cooled water, and water and it's cooled get into the ice. By this equation, we can learn water forms are interchangeable. Evaporation. The process of changing of water into water vapor is called evaporation. The evaporation is occurs in daily life situations. For drying clothes under the sun, ironing of clothes, melting of ice cubes, preparation of common salt, evaporation of nail paint remover, drying of wet hair, dry up of different water bodies, evaporation of sweat from our body, etc. So there are so many evaporations in our daily life. Evaporation is a natural process which takes place on the earth. Water evaporates continuously from the surface of water bodies like seas, oceans, rivers, and ponds, etc., and changes into water vapor due to heat supplied by the sunlight. Factors: the amount of heat absorbed by the water affects its evaporation. If water is heated more, it will be evaporates faster. If heat is more, evaporation rate is more. If heat is less, the evaporation rate is less. That's why the windy day, the clothes are dried very fastly. The evaporation is very fast. Why? Because the sunlight is more and heat is more. On cloudy day, it is less. The evaporation, the clothes are not dried very fastly. It takes more time to dry up. Why? Because there is no heat. The evaporation rate is decreases. Condensation. The process of conversion of water vapor into water is called condensation. The daily life situations of condensation are morning dew on the glass, clouds in the sky, rain falling down, fog in the air, visible breath in cold conditions, fogging a mirror, steam by bathroom mirror, moisture beds on car windows. Ice cold water in a glass cools its surface. The air around the glass contains water vapor which is warmer than surface of the glass due to cold glass air close to its surface. It will also become cooler. This changes the water vapor in the air around the surface of the glass into water and forms small drops of water on the outer surface of the water. So see that figure, the glass containing water, when we put ice cubes, after some time, you get the water droplets at the outside. What is the process? Why? Because the air near to the glass is much hotter than the glass temperature. So when outer air touches the surface of the glass, the air loses the temperature and then it becomes water vapor becomes into the water. Then it forms as a water droplets on the glass surface. This is called condensation. Children who have a small homework, list out the activities in our daily life where we use water. Which of the following days is more suitable for drying of washed clothes? Explain why. A windy day or cloudy day? What do we experience good like smoke near our mouth while we speak during winter season? Why does the driver of a vehicle wipe the glass inside even if the wiper is working on the outer surface of the glass when he drives in a rain? So we will remaining topics we learn in the next session. Thank you.